All right then. Nobody told you to stop working. Get back into it, right? Hello there everyone, and as you might be able to tell from the title, and as you've already probably seen, if you follow me over on Instagram, I have recently come into some new purchases and I thought I'd share it with you. So for the sake of trying to get people to click on this, let's call it a review. And we'll start off with the big bastard, shall we? And as you might tell by kind of the uniform I'm trying to portray, even though it's not particularly accurate, I'd rather call it a cosplay than a reenactment impression. Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the products that I've bought. And I want to start off with saying this is not an ad, and I'm not being paid to do it, even though I'd sure wish I was. Anyways, I've gone ahead and bought some prop weapons for future and current kind of reenactment impressions and cosplays, what have you. You know, I like to dress up. So I've always really liked the kind of, well, obviously I'm an Anglophile, so I like wearing the red uniform. And what I really liked is, if you've seen the movie Zulu, where they show off, or it depicts the defense of Rorke's Drift. I've always really liked that movie, and you've seen, maybe if you've followed my channel long enough, you've seen that I've done kind of tried to recreate it in a number of games. I've recreated it in Napoleon, and I've recreated it in Mountain Blade Warband. Twice we did a reenactment of that. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at these prop rifles, guns and grenades from Shoot and Scoot in the UK. And there's always going to be someone in the comment probably saying that, and yes, I would agree that buying the real thing is obviously always the best. Try to get like the highest quality stuff first, rather than spending money on replicas and stuff like that. But because of laws and regulations and where in the world you are, you might not be able to own a real rifle, either because of the cost or because of, as I said, rules and regulations. And also this is part because, there's a number of parts actually. Part because I'm trying to put some content on my channel, and also because oftentimes when you go on these kind of reenactment sites that sell uniforms and guns and what have you, replica guns and stuff, is lacking reviews, and oftentimes it's like one guy that says, oh, it's great, doesn't really tell you much, does it? Oftentimes the pictures might be lacking and so forth, so I'll go ahead and kill, how many birds have I killed now? 3 birds. Content, review, and so on. Yes, anyways, probably want to go on to the rifle. Let the mustache man stop talking. So let's quickly go over what it is. It's the Martini Henry Mark IV, and it's completely made out of rubber. It's actually sturdy enough. It flexes a little bit, but it's really sturdy, to the point where I was a little bit concerned that maybe, because of that it is rubber, that it would be a little bit askew. But if you look down through the sights, it lines up. I don't know if we can do it here. Where is the camera? You probably can't see that anyways. But it lines up. And then this is actually made, or they made a cast of the actual rifle and then cast it out of that. So it is about as accurate as you can get. There's a little bit, certain areas you can see here, where there's a little bit of the sort of residue of the casting left, but with a sharp knife you can get rid of that. So no problem there. And what else was I going to go through? Yes, the casting, as you can see, has been crisp enough that it actually has imprinted. It might be hard to tell because of the video quality, but it actually has imprinted the stamps, the markings on it, so you can quite clearly, it might be hard for you guys to read it, but you can quite clearly read here, Enfield 1887 Mark IV. So yes, going over a little bit of that, let's go get a closer look on it. Certain areas, the casting has kind of failed, a little bit here, but it's not super noticeable. And as I kind of noticed when I posted pictures of this over on Instagram, there were a few people that actually got fooled thinking it was the real thing. And it does have these, so possibly you could actually be fitting a strap on it. At first I thought these would be rather flimsy because certain other areas flex a little bit, so these two areas flex a bit, but these do not flex at all. So I'm thinking it's probably covered wire or something. Actually, and also because of the position it's been made in, if I'd made it to be sturdy, I'd probably push it against, either push it up against here or push it down towards here so that it wouldn't snap off. But it seems as though, even though it didn't actually say on the website, but I imagine that this is actually placed in such a way that you would be able to use them. It also has the bayonet attachment point, but I doubt if you would be able to put a bayonet on it. It's not as sturdy as the other parts, but who knows? I don't have a bayonet, so I can't test it out. But I doubt the bayonet. The sling probably works. Oh yeah, this is also one of the bits that's a little bit, probably the first bit that's going to be snapped off, if anything is going to be snapped off. But if you're careful, it's probably stay on. Go through a little bit. We've got the sight. So yeah, oftentimes when you kind of buy these kind of stuff, or at least I do, sometimes you get disappointed when you see the quality of what you actually got. In this case, I certainly wasn't. I was quite pleased, and got my new toy, so I was running about all around the apartment going doo 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 doo, bloody Zulus. Oh, come on then. No one told you to stop working. Colour Sergeant Bourne. Third rank fire. Pretty cool stuff. Now the price, it is rather pricey. It was 170 or 175 pounds. So as I said, if you're able to, I'm not entirely sure what a real one would cost. But if you're able to, it's probably might be better to get one of those. But yeah, that's this one. Then I also got something for my World War II impressions. These Mills bombs. They have two versions. They have the World War I and the World War II. These are the World War II. And kind of nice for the review part of this, you can see that it's kind of two quality castings. Where this one, I would say, is a lot better than this one. It's not a major difference, but you can kind of tell, I think you can tell just by the shade of it, that this one kind of gleams in a completely different way than this one does, because it's got a crisper paint job, but also the casting is a lot crisper. See there? So you can see there's actually quite a big piece that's left over from when it was cast, compared to this one, so it's really crisp. You can even tell some of the numbers here compared to this one. Right. Nice. I guess you could, these do not come with pins, but I guess you could very well push a pin in if you would want that. Probably would really have liked to use these when they were attacked by the Zulus. Throw a few grenades at them. Probably send them running. Then I also got, supposed to have 3 of them, bullets for the Martini Henry. These are not painted, so I'll have to figure out what kind of paint you would use to paint rubber. Can't really say that much. You'll have to tell by yourself if you think. These were pretty cheap. The grenades were... Ooh, I should have actually checked that. I was more concerned with the rifle. But I think the grenades, they were a lot cheaper. They weren't anywhere near. I think it was £10, I think. And then you got 3 bullets for £10, even though I seem to have lost one. And then also, as I was already shipping stuff from them, my brother, who's doing a French World War I impression, decided to buy at the same time. So he bought this French Revolver. Pretty crisp as well, as same as the rifle. This one's cast from the actual revolver, and so you get a very accurate cast. And this one is a very crisp one, so you can even see the markings. I don't know if you can see. 1892. And then we'll quickly go over here. Flexes a little bit, as it is rubber, but most parts. And I guess, I don't know, you're supposed to put a lanyard here, possibly. So I don't know if maybe you could, if you really wanted to, drill a little bit of a hole. So you can have a lanyard. But there we've got that one, and that's how it looks from the front. Pretty nice stuff if you're not able to get this. This one was also a lot cheaper. I saw the pistols were a lot cheaper. I don't know exactly what this one was, what this one cost. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my purchase. So yeah, a little bit of content and a little bit of everything. So I guess I'll leave you with that. I'll just first go ahead and take care. I'm noticing there's one super bastard right there with a shaped guava fruit ready to attack me. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove him, and we'll end the video right there. See you for the next one. Bye.